a lot of us. But for me, it was the night my world came crashing down. It was the series finale of Jersey Shore. And so I threw a little party for my friends. We all got together, we dressed up, we even made virgin Ron Ron juice to watch the very last episode of our favorite TV show. But then, tragedy struck. Things got a little wild as I tried to perform a dance known as the Jersey Turnpike on my kitchen counter, which resulted in me falling and landing against the counter, and that blunt force landed me in the hospital with a ruptured appendix. That's a true story. Now, these experiences obviously personally affected me negatively, but I'm here to tell you that Jersey Shore has brought forth a negative experience to everyone. I know these things myself because obviously that happened to me, but since Jersey Shore aired its first episode, there have been so many negative outcomes. And these negative effects were encouraged by viewers to participate in the daily use of tanning beds, disrespecting women, and unsafe sex. I'll start by talking about how the cast encouraged us to visit a tanning bed by daily use. Apparently, the cast is immune to skin cancer, as the daily motto is Gym Tan Laundry. And while that's great that they're promoting hygiene by doing their laundry, and also by going to the gym, they're being health conscious, it's ludicrous that they're promoting tanning. The cast went so far as to joke that Pauly D was even most likely to get skin cancer. Everyone laughed and joked about it, but we know that that is not something to laugh and joke about. In fact, according to the U.S. Food and Drug Administration, using tanning beds before the age of 35 increases your risk of developing melanoma by 75%. And melanoma is not something to joke about, as it can be fatal. In fact, according to the American Academy of Dermatology, frequent, intentional, and exposure to UV lights can lead to a tanning addiction, as the cast of Jersey Shore has. And Americans should be made aware of these consequences and not encouraged to promote self-harm. Now that we've talked about the effects of the daily use of sunbeds, let's talk about how the show did not promote the respecting of women by any means. Obviously, it's a very addicting show. Each week, the 8 cast members would drink themselves into oblivion and either start a fight, hook up, or pass out. But because the show aired in 2009, that made most of us about 12 years old when we first watched it. And those were the most impressionable years of our lives as we were just entering puberty. And that's also when we saw Nicole Snooki Polizzi get punched in the face. During this time, we idolized people on this reality show who would just hook up, they would abuse substances, and however, worst of all, we watched them use disparaging language toward the women. According to a study done by the Parents Television Council, 63% of the communication from the males to the females on the show was negative. 59% of the total communication between the female cast members was seen as disparaging, and 41% of the self-remarks made by the female cast members were negative. According to a Daily Mail article, the female protagonists of the shows like Jersey Shore even routinely insulted each other and described other women in singularly negative terms that used crude, crass, and sexually derogatory language. And now that we've discussed the negative treatment of women on the show, let's talk about the unsafe sexual exploitations that were seen during the show's time on the air. Mike the Situation Sorrentino was best known for hooking up with a new girl every episode. And while hooking up could range from anything from making out to sexual intercourse, not once was a condom displayed, a birth control pill popped, or any other measure taken to prevent STDs. It's almost as if chlamydia doesn't exist at Seaside Heights, or Miami, or Italy. However, we know that's not true. According to the Journal of Sex Research, a scholarly article involved in a scientific study of sexuality, 15 to 19-year-old women and 20 to 24-year-old men have the highest rates of gonorrhea. In addition, at least 1/2 of all new HIV infections occur in people under the age of 25, which was the cast members and all of us. And behaviors associated with high HIV and AIDS risk is things like binge drinking, multiple sexual partners, and not using precautionary measures. In conclusion, also, that obviously means that they could have a chance of getting pregnant and leading to new little Jersey Shoreans. In conclusion, I hope you all now realize the severely detrimental effects Jersey Shore had through the promotion of tanning beds, the not treating women the way they deserve, and showcasing sexual exploitation. And I know today is Jurors Day, and there's a new episode on tonight, but I encourage you not to watch and support a cast member that made us think things like this. Because when we feed into the show, we're the grenades. Thanks.